Good afternoon. I was pretty tired today. I was kind of debating about streaming, but I think I actually will have some time now. And I checked, and it has been 2 months since I done a stream while working on my commentaries. So let me go in here. I'm going to do all the stuff where I share it and save it to the playlist and stuff. And then there, I have to transfer over my latest work on the slides so I can work on my computer. I've been working on it on my phone. Let's see. I want to play. Let's see if I can bring up a song like last time, which was again over 2 months ago. I played a Bryson Gray song, and I came across some heavy metal redubs of some Christian songs. So I thought those were fun. Let's see if I can find one quick. I don't want to take too long. Let's see if it comes up. Seeing a lot of videos come up about the Karl Anthony Towns trade, because after that went down, I had to look that up. Oh, here's one called Armor of God, uplifting heavy metal songs. Let me share it quick. And I'll start sharing out the streaming, doing all the setup. So share tab audio. There should be good.
We stand unshaken in the fight, with fire in our hearts and His strength inside. We're called to rise, not back down. In His power, we won't hit the ground. We wear the truth like a shield of light, faith like a sword cutting through the night. No fear can stand, no chains can bind. We're armed and ready, victory's mine. We wear the truth like a shield of light, faith like a sword cutting through the night. No fear can stand, no chains can bind. We're armed and ready, victory's mine. Put on the armor of God, we're strong and bold. With His name we rise and we won't fold. We march ahead, His word in hand. Unstoppable in Christ, we take this land. We face the storm, but we won't sway. His righteousness will lead the way. The battle's fierce, but we don't fall. In Him we conquer, we stand tall. Salvation's helmet guards our mind. With the gospel's boots, we walk the line. The Spirit roars like thunder's might. We fight with love, we fight with light. Put on the armor of God, we're strong and bold. With His name we rise and we won't fold. We march ahead, His word in hand. Unstoppable in Christ, we take this land. We're never alone, His power's within. By His grace, we always win. The battle rages, but we won't break. For the King, every step we take. Stand firm, unshaken, armed with His love. In the armor of God, our strength from above. Put on the armor of God, we're strong and bold. With His name we rise and we won't fold. We march ahead, His word in hand. Unstoppable Christ we take this land. We take this land. We take this land. We take this love. The armor of God, our strength from above. We're never alone. His power's within. By His grace, we always win. The battle rages, but we won't break. For the King, every step we take. Stand firm, unshaken, armed with His love. In the armor of God, our strength from above.
All right, that song is done, and I've got my, let's close that tab. Got my slides ready to work with here. Now I think I've got something ready to work with, so now it's just a matter of getting it to fit in everything, or to get the time limit. Now, there are a lot of, like this I've pretty much copied from a website, so there are a lot of slides I can, I think I already know offhand, I think I should be able to get rid of. Let's see where I left off. Okay, yeah. So I left off here. I tried timing before, and I think it came pretty close. But I might as well try filling in some more notes, and then let's try time again. So let's see. I think right here, according to Genesis 7:22, the flood wiped out all land animals that breathe through nostrils, except those on the ark. Six did not breathe through nostrils, but through tiny pores. God instructed Noah to take 7 pairs of all clean animals, the male and its mate, and a pair of the animals that are not clean, the male and its mate. Actually, Leviticus 11 and Deuteronomy 14 lists very few clean land animals. So a vast majority of animals were not classed as clean and would have been represented by only a pair. Yeah, so I think so far this doesn't need any extra commentary. Okay, I think here I'll have to start getting to more. What is a kind? God created a number of different types of animals with much capacity for variation within limits. The descendants of each of these different kinds, apart from humans, would today mostly be represented by a larger grouping than what's called a species. I'm trying to think of a better way to state all this, because I think it might come across as too wordy in a presentation. It's fine for an article, but in many cases, those species descended from a particular original kind would be grouped today within what modern taxonomists or biologists who classify living things call a genus, plural genera. One common definition of a species is a group of organisms which can interbreed, producing fertile offspring that do not mate with other species. However, most of the so-called species within a particular genus or family have not been tested to see what they can or cannot mate with. Obviously, the extinct ones cannot be tested. In fact, not only are there known crosses I think I'm just going to try to read this faster for now. So-called species, but their meaningless between genera, so kind. Yeah, it would be easier to simplify to like summarize like a kind that we think of now is different. Let's see. Would be a good. I'm gonna put no in here. This is pretty much saying what the Bible calls a kind of animal differs from what. Oh, Kimi Abba servant, Shalom. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. So, where did I leave? Oh yeah, this. I wanted to. What did I see over here? Okay. Looking at the Wikipedia, I quoted Wikipedia earlier for this because, like most people think there's be a lot more animals than were probably actually on the ark. We're saying what the Bible calls a kind of animals differs from what people think, or differs from what we call species today. One common definition of a species is a group of organisms which can interbreed, producing fertile offspring. Do not mate with other species. However, most of the so-called species within a particular genus or family have not been tested to see what they can or cannot mate with. Okay. Obviously, the extinct ones cannot be tested. In fact, not only are there known crosses between so-called species. Oh, Hiawatha, how's it going? Welcome. I want to give you a Lord Jesus Raptor introduction. Let's see, how does he do? Hiawatha is in the house. How's it going, Hiawatha? Good to have you here. Hope you're having a blessed day. Good to go. Nice. If you have any questions or anything in the chat, just feel free to drop them. Just doing this as just getting this ready as a side thing. Getting ready for tonight. You got stream tonight? I have to come. Hopefully be able to come check it out. Identifying the kind with the genus is also consistent with Scripture, which spoke of kinds in a way that the Israelites could easily recognize without the need for tests. Yep, 11:30. Oh, that's past my bedtime. I always miss the most fun streams. On my second channel, I don't know if I'm subscribed to that. Feel free to drop the link and I'll take a look. Okay, I think this is a important slide for getting the point across because this actually lists examples. For example, horses, zebras, and donkeys. I dig this stuff. Excellent. Yeah, I'm glad to be doing like an apologetics commentary. I haven't done very many of them. So I think I clean up this slide here. For example, horses, zebras, and donkeys are probably descended from an equine or horse-like kind, since they can be interbreed, although the offspring are largely sterile. Yeah, this one I want to break up because I know I'm going to keep these slides, and I'm going to add pictures to them. So, oops. So I want to split these up so I have like that horse animals on the one. So it's for presentation. I think this is really get across the list of the like big science words and stuff. Dogs, wolves, coyotes, and jackals are probably from a common canine dog-like kind. And all different types of domestic cattle, which are clean animals, are descended from the aurochs. So there were probably at least almost 14, 7 pairs domestic cattle aboard. Okay, so this article, there's like a question of whether when it said like 7, maybe we'll mention this quick. When we mentioned this in Genesis 7:2-3, you should take with you 7 each of every clean animal, male and his female, 2 each of animals that are unclean. So like this first sentence, there's debate over whether it's just 7 total animals or the 7 pairs. So yeah, maybe I'll put a little note in here. Bring 7 of every kind. This is my second. I subbed. Okay, cool. All subbed up, ready to go. And my wife will probably want to watch a show tonight. We've been watching old Dateline on Paramount Plus. Oh wait, I see. So you're on here with your second. Let me see if Hiawatha Live. Okay, yeah, I'll have to check and make sure I subscribe to it if I haven't already. It wasn't just 2 of every kind. No, I had to bring 7 of every kind of clean animal. And there's debate whether this verse just is saying 7 total clean animals or 7 pairs of clean animals, which would be 14. That was crowded. Well, that's actually what we're going to be we'll be getting into later on in these slides. It would be 14 of each kind of clean animal. And there's debate whether this verse is saying 7 total of each kind of clean animal or 7 pairs of each kind of clean animals. 7 pairs, which would be 14 of each kind. Okay, let me read this to see if it sounds all right. And there's debate whether this verse is saying 7 total of each kind of clean animal or 7 pairs of each kind of clean animal, which would be 14 of each kind of clean animal. And I think as long as I don't rush it, it'll sound all right. So here, let me go back to my slides again earlier, past these ones. Yeah, here we go. All different types of domestic cattle. There were probably at most 7 pairs of domestic cattle aboard. The aurochs itself may have been descended from a cattle kind that also gave rise to bison and water buffaloes. Okay, and then we can separate the. Hold on, you can separate. Oh, I copied the wrong slide. You can keep them separated. And we'll talk about the tigers and ligers, tigans, and this one. I think before I start looking for pictures, I'll time it out just so I don't want to find a bunch of pictures for stuff that I'll end up having to cut anyway. Woodmore tallied up about 8,000 genera, including extinct genera. Thus, about 16,000 individual animals had to be aboard. With extinct genera, there's a tendency among some paleontologists to give each of their new finds a new genus name. But this is arbitrary, so the number of extinct genera is probably highly overstated. Consider the sauropods, which were the largest dinosaurs. I'll put these on another slide. Then. Consider the sauropods, which were the largest dinosaurs, the huge plant eaters like Brachiosaurus, Diplodocus, Apatosaurus, etc. There are 87 sauropod genera commonly cited, but only 12 are firmly established, and another 12 are considered fairly well established. So, all this to say that, or I'll put this. Wonder, like this is the order from the article that I'm quoting, but it might make more sense to put this slide first. All that to so the cited article. They're actually, so like the article I'm citing cites another study. Those are so Wood Morop, it's the author of the earlier cited study. So Wood Morop concluded there were that what the Bible considers kinds of animals are far less than the what's the number? Than the 7.77 million species. Wikipedia suggests. Now, dinosaurs. One commonly raised problem is how can Noah fit all those huge dinosaurs on the ark? First, of the 660 supposed dinosaur genera, only 106 weighed more than 10 tons when fully grown. Second, the Bible does not say that the animals had to be fully grown. The largest animals were probably represented by teenage or even younger specimens. It may seem surprising, but the median size of all animals on the ark would most likely have been that of a small rat, according to Wood Morop's up-to-date tabulations, while only about 11% would have been much larger than sheep. I think I'll put those on a separate slide because I can put pictures with those. Germs. Yeah, this is a slide I might even take it. Well, I'll leave it in for now, but this will be one of the first to go if I'm running short on time. Another problem often raised by atheists and theistic evolutionists is how did disease germs survive the flood? This is a leading question. Presumes that germs were as specialized and infectious as they are now, so all the ark's inhabitants must have suffered from every disease on Earth today. But germs were probably more robust in the past and may have only fairly recently lost the abilities to survive in different hosts. Yeah, I think I'll take this out now because this is like, because I'm focusing on how do they fit all the animals in the ark, and germs. That's like a separate topic. So I'll open up my. I'm pretty sure this like here's my original one and original slideshow, and like this is going to be my trimmed down one for the final. So yeah, I've already got the same slide in here. So in case I do want to bring it back, I want to like have it in this backup slideshow. Yeah, so I'll just delete this one because germs would fit because they are really, really small. Was the ark large enough? Okay. And that brings us to our second sub question. Was the ark large enough to carry all the necessary types? Genesis 6:15, and this is how you shall make it. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, its width 50 cubits, and its height 30 cubits. I might make this a little bigger. How big is that? 104. I got some room to work with this one. The ark measured 300 by 50 by 30 cubits, which is about 137 by 23 by 13.7 meters, or 450 by 75 by 45 feet. So its volume was 43,200 cubic meters, or 1.52 million cubic feet. I think I'll take, so I've got an American audience, so I think I'll just take out the metric measurements, even though the metric system makes more sense in my opinion. But it's about, so its volume was, let me just do the math on that quick. Verify. 450 by 75 by 45. Okay, yep. Checks out. To put this in perspective, this is the equivalent volume of 522 standard railroad stock cars, each of which can hold 240 sheep. If the animals are kept in cages with an average size, some would be much bigger, others smaller, of 20 by 20 by 12 inches. That is 4,800 cubic inches. Oh yeah, I should like superscript this. And I'm not sure I'll do it. I haven't done that much. So let me look that up online. PowerPoint. Oops. PowerPoint superscript. So now we're learning something else. It's always fun to go into other topics when working on these. How to make text superscript and subscript in PowerPoint. If you use a lot of sources in your PowerPoint presentations, when you open up PowerPoint, you'll notice it opens the Home tab and the ribbon at the top of your window. There are a number of font options ready and waiting for you to try. Sadly, superscript and subscript aren't part of the chosen few. So here's what to do. Expand the font options by clicking the symbol in the bottom right of the font section of your home window. Check the box for the superscript or subscript in the window that will open up. Okay, and then gives us shortcuts. So let me just try the first one. Yeah, so we want superscript. Okay, yep, so that did it. What's one of the other ways of doing it? Use the Home tab, okay. Shortcuts. Oh, Control-Shift+ and Control+. There we go. That's probably what I'll just go with. Except I don't need the meters. I can delete that one. Yeah, I might have to try making some like pictures for these too. Like a lot of these, I'll just look for a picture of the ark online, like on a football field. I've seen that, but this would be kind of nice to have an actual, and maybe I can make a diagram with if I if I was a mechanical engineer, I'm sure I'd have the software do. I can ask my son. He's studying for it. Maybe he has something I can use, and then I'll just to kind of like make these all blocks and then fill like color in the ones that actually would be containing animals to give an idea, a visual idea of the percentage of the arc that would actually be containing an animal. Even if a million insect species had to be on board as well, it would not be a problem because they require a little space. If each pair was kept in cages of 4 inches per side, or they didn't convert it here. 4 times 4 times 4. Or 64 cubic inches. All the insect species would need a total volume of only 1,000 cubic centimeters. Let's see. I should have deleted that. So let's, well, let me do that, Matt. Let's see. Even if a million insects be on board as well, it would not be a problem because they've, okay. So that would be, is that right? 64 million? Let me put that in there. I mean, when you say million, it sounds a lot bigger than cubic meters. So I'm not sure if I got the math right here. Let's see. Okay, well, let's see. 64 million cubic inches or another 12 cars. Oh, well, they converted to feet here. Let me find a conversion. Convert cubic inches to cubic feet. Yeah, I'll just. 37,000. Yeah, that's actually. So that looks like it matches up. Only about 37,000 cubic feet or another 12 cars, because 42,000 cubic feet is 14.4 cars. So that's pretty close. So I'm guessing that's, I don't know if I really want to make sure. Let me see. I can take 12 divided by 14.4.8 multiplied by 42. Okay, that 35,000. So it's a little off here. Oh, let's see. So 42,000 divided by 4 equals, so that's 2916. Let me check the original text for that. Yeah, 42. They say 42,000 cubic feet is 14.4 stock cars. Let's see, how big was a stock car? Oh, they don't give the size for a stock car, but okay, yeah, calculating it. Stock car would be about 2,916 cubic feet. So if I So we got 37. I think that was what was before. All right. Okay, yeah, I add the other 37. It comes a little bit closer. So I think there's some rounding areas. Let's just put, or about another 12 cars. Just be safe. This would leave room for 5 trains of 99 cars each for food, Noah's family, and range for the animals in airspace. Yeah, so it'd be nice to. I could even actually do that in a chart. However, insects are including the meaning of BMRMS. So Noah probably did not have to take them on board as pastors anyway. Oh, yeah. Let me just insert. Ooh, can do as a model, 3D model. Here, there we go. Pie graph. So, arc space. Okay, if the animals were kept in cages with an average size, some would be much bigger. As 16,000 animals, we only need 42. Okay, so 16,000 animals would need 42,000 square feet. If a million insect species had to be on board, so we have a million insects. Let me capitalize the animals here. A million insects. That'd be about 37,000. Well, I'm going to have to see if I can change the color on these. I don't know what this thing is here. Can I delete this? Yeah. Okay, there. And so then this would be left over. Oh, okay, here. So the arc was 1.5 to, let's see, 52 million. And then we subtract the minus 42 minus 37. I don't know if I could try doing it all in the Excel sheet if I was just using normal Excel, I would, but since this is incorporated, I'm not sure if I can do that. Control copy. Wow. Free space. Okay, let's see. Let me try the math out again. So the stock cars are with the 14.4, or actually I'll do the 42,000 feet divided by 14.4 is, or let me use this one for arc space usage. So we got 1.52 cubic. To put this in, this is the equivalent of 522 standard railroad stock cars. 522. So a railroad. This is saying railroad stock car is about 900 cubic feet. And now let me look that up. So railroad stock car volume. Wikipedia have that? Let me just ask, how big is a railroad stock car? "30 feet in length and 7 feet wide." Then how tall is it? Okay, here. Range in length from around 40 feet to over 90 feet, while passenger train, those are freight ones, are typically shorter, so 40 to 90 feet. And how tall are they? Train cars generally around 10 feet. Okay, height is typically, okay. So we got 15 for height, 10 for width. Oops. Oh, wait. Nope. I thought I mistyped that, but 15 times 10 is 150. So 150 times 40 equals 6,000. 50 times 90 is 1,350. Okay, yeah, so wow, this is going a lot smaller. Okay, this is going with a railroad stock car size of about 2,900 cubic feet. Let's see, how can here we go. Change some of these. So the fill, free space. I got to account for it. This is going to be projected. So make free space green. Oops, that's not one. Oh, there we go. So this is for regular animals. Brown is probably actually good. I'll go with kind of a darker brown. And for the insects, I'll go with like kind of need some of the contrast good. I'll go with dark blue. Let me see if I can increase the font on here. I'll move this over. Let me do that. Yeah, there. Oops. See, I put together this pie chart quick. The brown area would be, let's see, the chart represents the total volume of the arc. The brown, oops, let me close that out. Brown represents the animals, and the dark blue represents the insects. Put together this pie chart quick, demonstrating the calculations from the last couple slides. The chart represents the total volume of the arc. The brown represents the animals, and the dark blue represents the insects. Represents the insects, and the green represents the rest of the arc. As you can see, the vast, these calculations indicate the majority of the arc would have been open space and used, have been available for storage and open space. Tabulating the total volume is fair enough, since this shows that there would be plenty of room on the arc for the animals, with ample left over for food, space to move, etc. It would be possible to stack cages with food on top or nearby to minimize the amount of food carrying the animals had to do, food carrying the humans had to do, to fill up more of the arc space while still allowing plenty of gaps for air circulation. We're discussing an emergency situation, not necessarily luxury accommodation. Although there's plenty of room for exercise, skeptics have overstated animals' needs for exercise anyway. Even if we don't allow stacking one cage on top of another to save floor space, there still would be no problem. Woodmorop shows from standard recommended floor space requirements for animals that all the animals together would have needed less than half the available floor space of the Ark's 3 decks. This arrangement allows for the maximum amount of food and water storage on top of the cages close to the animals. Food requirements. The Ark would probably have carried compressed and dried foodstuffs and a lot of concentrated food. Perhaps Noah fed the cattle mainly on grain plus some hay for fiber. Wood Morop calculated that the volume of foodstuffs would have been only about 15% of the Ark's total volume. Drinking water would have taken up less than 10% of the volume. This volume would be reduced further if rainwater were collected and channeled into troughs. And this is one about excretory requirements. I don't think I'll need this one. Yeah, so I'll take this one out for now. This is another one that I can put back in if. Oh, I took out the wrong one. I'll take off the final one. And I don't think I'll need this one either. Hibernate. The space, feeding, and excretory requirements were adequate, even if the animals had normal day and night. I don't think I need this one either. Shown here that the Bible can be trusted on testable matters like Noah's Ark. Many Christians say that the Bible can only be trusted on matters of faith and morals, not scientific matters. But we should consider what Jesus Christ himself told Nicodemus. In John 3:12, if I have told you earthly things and you do not believe, how will you believe if I tell you heavenly things? Similarly, if the Bible can be wrong on testable matters such as geography, history, and science, why should it be trusted on matters like the nature of God and life after death? All of this. All this. This is stuff I might take out too because I don't think it's. Like, again, just to save time. I think I'll move this one to the bottom here. Volume of foodstuffs would have only been, and now I'll add food to this one. So that'll be my final one. Let me calculate this out quick. I'll have food and water. So the Ark is, again. Oops. Yeah, 1.52 million. So 10% would be 152,000. So let me let's see. How can I edit data? Yep, there it is. Oh, this actually, I think this will. Now that I have the whole thing, I can do this. I prefer to trust Excel with the math. So, I don't know how it'll. Let me see if it'll actually show up on here. Otherwise, if it doesn't, I have to take this out. Oh, I can turn my camera back on. And I must have stopped it by accident. So, total space of 1.52. Yep. so food, we'll put that here. Food would have been equal to the arc space times 0.15. Okay, and then water would have been equal to arc space times 0.1. And free space, so should be equal to this minus the sum of these. So I want to see if like the animals or insects could be made into a formula too. No, I'll probably just leave that as is. And so, oops. And so this water, I will color light blue, I'll color that blue. Actually, food, I want to color green now. And the free space, what if I just do that white and then make a black outline? Yeah, okay. The brown represents the animals. 16,000 animals. The dark blue represents the million insects. Green represents the food, and the blue represents drinking water. As you can see, these calculations indicate the vast majority of the arc would have been available for storage and open space. So I hope this commentary is useful for anyone who is faced with the question of how faced with the question who in the future is faced with the question of how Noah fit all the animals they are. I should put how all the animals fit in Noah's ark. Let's see. No, I think there's a better conclusion. Let's see. Yeah, I'll put. Let's see. This commentary demonstrated that you can trust the scripture and all the way back this question has been used has often been used to question the validity of the Bible. If Noah's the account of the flood scripture, even all the way back to the first. I'll leave it at that. If I think of anything else, in the meantime, I will add it on there. Okay, yeah. So now I'll go through and I'll time it and keep tweaking it, and then if the time is good, I'll start adding some pictures. I think I will step away from the stream for now. Thank Kimi, Abba Servant, and Hiawatha for tuning in. And Hiawatha, I'll have to double check that I'm subscribed to your second channel there. And hopefully, if I can't sleep tonight, or if my wife doesn't mind, I can tune in to the live stream. So thanks for watching, everyone.